Great. Perfect. Okay. So first of all, welcome everyone. This is the start of the 2022 Thunder campaign. If you don't know what Thunder is the team name for the Australian under-20s men's team. And welcome. My name is Tipman. Spells T-I-P-M-A-N. My father made it up, so we can dig a little bit more into it later. But if you want, I'm the head coach for the team. Very, very excited for this, and I will pass on to my two assistant coaches to introduce themselves in a second. A little bit about myself is I've been coaching since 2008, and I've been playing this sport for about 10 years and coaching various levels. And this is my first time head coaching an Australian team. However, I have been with some other national teams throughout the year, just not as a head coach position. So I'm obviously very, very, very excited to kick this, start this campaign, and yeah, very, very exciting. Emma or Kron, who do you want to start? Kron, I'll pass it to you.
Okay, nice. My name's Kieron. It's there on my screen. It's weirdly spelled. My dad didn't make it up. I think it's like thousands of years old and strange in Irish. But everyone calls me Kron. I've been coaching Ultimate since about 2014. The first campaign I did was actually with Tipman in 2014 with the under-18 Victorian boys. So it's really great to be reunited on this team. I've had the incredible opportunities of coaching a few different teams at World Championship events in my coaching career. So I've coached Team Australia, I've coached Terra, I've coached the Barramundis as well at the World Championships, and I've also been lucky enough to coach with my other home country, which you can probably guess is Ireland, given what I just said about my name. Really looking forward to this campaign though. There's never a reason to not be excited about being involved with elite level sport and being able to impact athletes and really, help them drive and lift themselves within the sport, but also more importantly for me, outside of the sport. Really, really excited to be involved with this group of young athletes and just give as much as we possibly can as a coaching team. Yeah, nice to meet everyone.
Cool. Emma?
Hi, yes, I am Emma. I'm another one of the assistant coaches for this campaign. I have been coaching for 8 years now, doing a bunch of stuff with state rep teams, and then I was fortunate enough to coach some of you who were in this session now during the 2019-2020 Thunder campaign, and then I've just also come off the back of the Australian under-24s Goannas campaign. So yes, I'm honestly so excited. I can't wait. I'm super passionate about Junior Ultimate, so I can't wait to get to know you all and work with you all going into the future.
Cool. So as you can already guess, we have a little bit of history playing or coaching Ultimate, which is always good. So I guess to start this information session, there's quite a bit of information to go through. However, how we want to start it is we want to give you a little bit of an insight of how us coaches would envision the campaign before we address some of the admin issues as well as other stuff. So I would love to say a little bit about first of all what we see, what our vision is for the campaign. There might be a lot of you that may not realize what what Australian representative campaign entails, especially for the sport of ultimate frisbee. A lot of you, however, might probably have experienced state level teams for this sport. To represent Australia in this sport, it's basically the next level. We like, it is an elite pathway, and it starts right here. Like what I mean by it starts right here is that majority of the senior representative teams, athletes, start at this Thunder campaign. And like the retention of like the players from various like for future, like for example, going into like senior teams, like representing the open teams, or like even for example, we have a chance going to Olympics like in the future, which hasn't happened yet. You guys are probably the cohort that have the opportunity to go to this kind of prestigious events. So when I say that, like, what does it mean? Like, what it might mean to you? It's very, very different for everyone, but it all starts here. This campaign will probably like we will give you is the opportunity for you to express yourselves. We are going to provide you a platform to learn, to develop the skills for you to take ultimate like this sport to wherever you want to go. So we are not telling you where to go. We are merely there to help you, assist you, and you want to take it to wherever you want to go, and you have the skills to do that. In order for you to take it to wherever you want to go, we have kind of identified three things that three very major things that we as coaches want to focus in this campaign. The first thing is identity. So identity as an elite athlete, identity as a young growing adult, or for some of you adolescents. Okay, what I mean by that, what we mean by that as coaches is that basically, who are you? Like, you're growing up, like you're not just someone who is playing sport or playing this sport called Ultimate. You are growing as a young adult, young adolescent. Who do you want to be? Okay, and like identity can be very, very broad. Like we want to help you, we want to assist you in finding who you are through this amazing opportunity. So within identity, we also, like, because of COVID, or not just because of COVID, but more also because of COVID, after COVID, we want you to reconnect with the Ultimate community. That is, when I say that, it means that I know a lot of you, like, well, some of you at least, missed out, for example, last campaign because of COVID. Some of you might have missed out a lot of other opportunities. This is an amazing opportunity for you to kind of build on that and reconnect with the Ultimate community, as well as how you connect to the local community. Okay, well, we might speak a little bit more about that, how you can use your identity if you are selecting onto the team as an Australian representative to connect with your own local community. So that's identity. The second thing that we want to focus on is positive development. Now, positive development, again, is kind of separate into two senses. So the one sense, the first one is as an elite athlete. For some of you who are more into this sport and have played a little bit, this might make sense to you, but if you're new to this sport, this might not make as much sense to you. However, this campaign, we want to, as an athlete, we want to develop you as a very, very good world-class throwers. So we have identified that throwing as a very basic skills. It needs to improve in the Australian Ultimate community. And what is better for you guys, like as the young up and coming, like you are the foundation of the future of Australian Ultimate. So we want to develop that. And more importantly, for the past recent Thunder campaigns, have also focusing on this, is that rather than just develop you guys as an elite athletes, we want you to become better person as well. So what we sometimes say, global citizens, right? So we want to focus on a few aspects, which, for example, respect, integrity. But this campaign, we want to focus especially on empathy. So when I say empathy, how we understand empathy and develop it as one of our mental strengths. You might be having a lot of question marks on top of your head. We will get in more into that if you are selecting on the team. We also want to build on the development via celebration. We know that as a teacher myself, as a future psychologist myself, hopefully, positive development is very important. Encouragement is very important. So celebration, support, family culture, linking back to your identity as a growing person, these are all very, very important aspects. The last but not least thing that we want to address on is resilience. So what we mean by resilience, what we mean by that is being vulnerable. Now, you might think oh, what does that mean? Basically, it means that we want you to feel the emotions. We want you to feel vulnerable. We want because for being vulnerable doesn't mean that you're weak. And it might make us feel more emotions, bond together, make us stronger. And that's all I'm going to give you for now. We can develop more thoughts and more opinions on this together. As I said, you will not do all of the above, which is identity, positive development, and resilience all on your own. We will want you to experience it with your team as well as with us. But most importantly, for any campaign, as well as for this campaign, we want you to enjoy it, because there's nothing more we want anyone here to do when you are sacrificing your time, when you are committing to something. We want you to actually love it and enjoy the experience that we're all together going to experience. So these things will gain, that you gain and experience, will provide you with more opportunity in the future. However, also living in the moment, enjoy this when we can. This kind of what I just said, a lot of mumbling, a lot of concept, ideas, abstract, is what we coaches have envisioned for the campaign. Now, it's your turn as athletes, or maybe parents as well. Now we want you to tell us a little bit about yourself. So Kron is going to have an open board and going to ask ourselves some questions, and everyone feel free to suggest something that you might think is more is important, and you might think that is valuable, that want to add to this campaign. Kron, over to you.
Thanks, Tipman. So just a tiny bit of housekeeping before we get started. We're just going to use this really basic board here to kind of get some responses out of everyone here. So whether it's parents and parents, or parents pushing their athletes to give us answers, or whatever version it is, we want to hear from you. We're just going to ask 2 simple questions, and just a couple of things to touch on. You can see you've got a whole bunch of options along the top. What we're going to be using is the text box there to give answers when I put up the first prompt. We can change the size of our text box by clicking format, and we want to keep all of the text boxes that you crew and you athletes and parents put out to between 12 and 18 font if we can. We don't want everything to be massive, so we can fit it on the screen. And then just to be aware of the clear button, if you click the clear button and then click clear all drawings, you will clear all drawings from the board, and we won't have any of our words left. So try to avoid that button. I'm going to turn this little text box here into our first question, which is going to seem a bit funny, but we just want as many answers as we can to start gauging exactly what sort of group we're dealing with, really. So this is our prompt here. We want to start getting answers from all the athletes and parents involved as to why we've turned up today and why we want to be around this. What's
So
going on?
I think right up the top, you can say there's a view option. If you click on the drop down and then go to annotate, you should then be able to start using the text box or the draw function.
Thank you.
Love it. Okay. I thought actually someone said because mom made me, but that was you, Cron.
Yeah, I'm just putting in responses so people feel a bit more comfortable. Yeah, nice. Jordan Halliser.
Yep.
Always coming up.
Nice. Some more answers? Why are you here? You don't have to type in SAG.
Yeah, this.
Brilliant.
Just to find out more, yep. Yep. Get back the experience COVID took away from me. Nice.
This is excellent, team.
Any parents here because
my kids made me.
Yes.
Yeah. we got a parent answer here. This is what we want.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Perfect.
Tibman,
Yes.
this is Ethan. I can't get a text box up.
If you go to the top right-hand corner, where you drop down the menu, and you can see annotate, then you can start typing and annotating. Can you find that?
I'm on a phone. That's why.
Oh,
You're on the phone.
that's going to be tough.
Why are you here, Ethan?
Would you
We're
like?
just going to throw you under the bus. Tell
Yeah,
us
Okay,
more.
tell us on the mic.
Well, I want to get back into like the ultimate community after COVID and stuff.
Okay, I'll write that down.
Your hands up.
Pardon?
Thank you, Cron. Sorry.
And develop as a player as well, like an athlete. Get some more experience and stuff.
Brilliant.
Yeah, great. Thank you so much. Thanks for sharing.
Hi guys, it's Nicola. I was the team manager for Bandicoots.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi, Nicola.
Recently. How are you? Sorry, I was in the car driving. I've just dropped off. My son Fionn played,
That's
and
okay.
it's his birthday today. So he's actually gone to a party with a friend who shares his birthday. So apologies, he's not here. But for the same reasons as Ethan, I think for the opportunities missed in the last campaign, Fionn is keen to re-engage and redevelop his skills. We're regionally based, so opportunity to play be up here in Ballarat limited. So yeah, he's looking for bigger and better, I guess, for want of a better word, but more opportunities to play and develop his skills.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you, Nicola.
And I'm also on a phone, so I couldn't contribute to the chat. Apologies.
Yeah, they're
So
funny.
brilliant.
They're funny. They're funny. They behave funny phones in Zoom, I find. So
Yeah, so we might move on to the next question that we wanted to ask you guys. So one of the big things that we want to do as coaches is to give you this opportunity. So Tipman talked about it earlier in the meeting in terms of our coaching vision. We want to give you an opportunity to be able to take your ultimate careers wherever you want them to go. And if that is staying at a local level, playing in the park, playing Div 2, playing Div 1, or taking it all the way up to playing on the Dingoes or the Crocs. We are going to set your feet on the path that you want to take it. And I think what we want to be able to do as coaches is to give you as many tools and resources and support and encouragement, everything that we can do to kind of enable you guys to follow your dreams and kind of reach success and celebrate all of the things that come with Ultimate and our community and this family that we can build together. So I want to know, what does this opportunity mean to you? What does the chance to play for Australia or to make Thunder, or even just what does Frisbee, the opportunity to be able to play Frisbee, what does that mean to you? So once again, put your answers into the whiteboard or into the chat. Once again, Cron just absolutely leading it.
You got to get something in there, and then
I
people
know.
start. There we go.
I think I maybe have asked it too broad of a question, too difficult a question.
That's a great answer. Are we going to hear?
Fantastic.
Wonderful. Sam C, was that the same person that was on the phone?
No.
No.
And I've sent a direct. I've cooked it. It's all good. Sam C can't see a text box. If you would like, Sam, and you're still having issues, you can type what you would like added to the board in the chat there, and I can add it for you.
No, I'm fine. I got it now. Thanks.
Okay, no worries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, absolutely.
Hi,
Yes,
I'm Karen Morrissey, and I'm here representing my 14-year-old son, and he was thinking that you had to be 16 or older. So we're just clarifying that. I mean, he absolutely loves Ultimate. It's one of his driving motivations in life, and he'd love to go as far as he could. So he's going to be pretty excited to hear that he can have a tryout.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, because he missed the Victorian adventure, as many did. So yeah, it'd be great.
And he will still have so many opportunities. Sorry.
Yeah, great. Yeah, he just wanted to have a go at the 4th of December thing, I think, or just the tryout.
Oh, yep. Oh, I will talk a little bit more about the event too, which we have like planned. But yeah, like very, very good. Very nice to hear.
Great. Thank you.
Nice, Leon. Thanks, Karen.
Flex.
It is a flex. No, it is.
So
I think,
good.
Yeah, I think that's a great response. No response here is wrong, like in the slightest.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I was asked something like this by one of my coaching mentors, actually. They asked me why I was doing a campaign. And I answered, and they proceeded to ask me why like 12 times in a row for every response I gave. And then eventually I gave in and said, because I want to be accepted by different people. So sometimes it takes a little bit of digging and asking yourself, why that? What does that mean? Where does that come from? But giving yourself and opening yourself up to even these little micro vulnerabilities that might happen here. Yeah, as Tipman said before, I don't think it's a weakness. In fact, I think it's the biggest strength you can flex in general. It's gonna give us a chance to really build something incredible.
Agreed. So yeah, like loving all of these responses that I'm seeing from everyone. And I think I'm really confident. I have like no doubt in my mind that we will be able to make this opportunity exactly what you want it to be and what you need it to be for this moment in your lives right now. So we're, as coaches, so excited to be able to work with you and to be able to kind of take this opportunity wherever you want it to go. We're here to support you and to encourage you and to make this like the most worthwhile, fun experience that you guys will have. But I'm sure that you are all wanting a little bit more information in terms of what's coming next and how we can actually start giving you these opportunities. So I think Tipman will be able to give you that now.
Perfect.
I've saved this, so I'll close this if you want, Tipman.
Huge.
No, leave them on. It's fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So first of all, I will jump into a little bit of some admin stuff, and then we'll just open for questions for anyone if anyone have any questions. So obviously, because of COVID, we have missed a lot of opportunities, and as of currently, like right now, we are still kind of a little bit restrained from COVID. So the things that we have planned, as well as what we're going to present to you, can potentially change, as well as like a lot of them are an estimate, for example, the budget. So just keep in mind that we're trying our hardest, and there will definitely be way more information coming to you, all of you. So first of all, I'm going to talk a little bit about the campaign plan for the next few months, as well as potential options for the end goal, campaign end goals. So first of all, this is event 1. There's 2 events before selections. Event 2 will be placed at the end of November. So the date is on the 27th or the 28th of November, that weekend. We haven't decided Saturday or Sunday yet. However, it will be that weekend. Place will be. Is that it? Oh, no, do you have a question? No, okay.
Just mute him. No one must.
Sorry. Place will be different across states, because it will be it won't be a combined training camp. It will be a state dependent training camp. So what I mean by that is, for example, if you're in Melbourne, for example, myself, Kron, will be in Melbourne, and then we will ask our within our connection, some coaches within New South Wales to conduct a session in New South Wales. Same as if you're in ACT, conduct a session with Emma, who is currently in ACT, as well as if you're in WA or other states, we will find the coaching resources that, even though there's only 1 or 2 people at that stage, we will try to reach a coach at least to deliver similar, the same content that we're delivering over across states. So what is the purpose for this event 2? On paper, is to enrich athletes' knowledge of high-level performance in Ultimate. It should allow you to take awareness of mental strength-based exercise and its importance. So there's 2 focuses. One is for you to, we will do some drills, etc., for you to become a better player. And also, we'll take a little bit of a theory approach to talk, or a little bit of practice of talking about mental strength exercises. We will give you more information upon what to expect and prepare, for sure. Some of you, I think, in the EOI asked if there's a cost to it. Currently, I'm saying no cost, absolutely free for it, because our aim is to pass on knowledge and practice opportunities for you guys. And we're not trying to, this is before even selecting of the team, we're not trying to drain you out, and we're not trying to scam you into paying us any money. We're trying to actually develop you to be a better player and a different person. So if we can do that without any cost, we would love to do that. And so, as I can say right now, it shouldn't cost anything. We should meet up just in the park and then do those drills and then talk about mental strength exercises. Another thing is, some of you might think that, oh, like, I'm a pretty good ultimate player. I might not need this. Like, is it compulsory? Is it going to count me out in the selection? Is this part of the selection? Good question. If you're intending to try out for the team, you should seriously consider coming to this event, not because it is compulsory, not because it is a part of selection process. It's because we're building something here. As you can see, this is event 1 right here. We have talked about what us coaches have envisioned, how the campaign we want to look like, how we want to help you, how we want to assist you, right? You yourself have participated in the open board session just then, writing down why you are here, why you want to get into this campaign. I don't find any reasons why, if you want to get into the team, why you wouldn't want to be at the event 2 and learn more. The chances are it will probably help you as a player and as a person anyways, going forward, right? So that's event 2. Selection dates and place. Currently, we have a estimation. Well, estimation might not be the very good word for it, but we have
And tentative.
an idea. Sorry, Colin.
That we have a tentative set of dates.
Yes, tentative idea, yeah. That it will be in Victoria. However, we cannot confirm that right now. The only thing that we can confirm right now is the dates. If it is on the 14th to 16th of January next year, 2022, it will be in Victoria in conjunction with the World Games team selection. So you'll be like everyone will be together like this because it's a selection event. And like potentially if it's that weekend, the 14th to 16th, then you will be at the same venue as the more senior players who are trying out for the best teams in Australia. If it's not, then the alternative is the weekend after. So 22nd to 23rd of January. It's not confirmed yet because 2 of the coaches are trying out for the Wales team, and we don't know if there could become availability for not us, but for the other for the women's team. So we will definitely tell you about that later. So that's event 2 selections. And also obviously selection criteria, etc. Like all the details, we will send to all of you in December, or early January for sure. Okay, so going into the campaign end goal, we are looking at a few options. The World Junior Ultimate Championship is in August next year, 2022, and it is going to be held in Dominican Republic. Right now, as of this very moment, it is very unlikely, but not certainly out of the question just yet, but very unlikely that we will not, Australia will not send a team to this competition. The reasons being, they have asked every single country to follow a payment plan, and the AFDA, like the governing body of the Australian Ultimate, cannot afford to follow the proposed payment plan. Simply, our first priority is for our athletes and staff health and safety. And currently, if you are aware of the national policy for going overseas, traveling overseas, etc., we don't have a way to purchase any health insurance, etc. So we have run a risk assessment, and right now we are saying that we're not going. However, if we will continue monitor the international COVID situation, obviously, and if the circumstances improve dramatically, then obviously we will revisit it. Potential alternative plan for us if we are not going to Dominican Republic is to going to New Zealand for a New Zealand tour, whether like Auckland or Wellington, inviting potentially like obviously New Zealand under 20 teams, as well as a few other Southeast Asia teams, as well as Japan, etc. So a lot of like possibilities there, but not certain yet. I think AFDA is reviewing the possibility for us going to New Zealand, etc. right now. And obviously with COVID and with the restriction traveling to New Zealand to anywhere overseas, it's going to change like drastically. So we will definitely provide you with more information on that. There is also another options for domestic campaign, whether it's interstate or intrastate tour, etc. Again, like just like right now, we can't give you too much information as of yet. So I think when we're discussing the options of campaign angles, just then like if we're going to Dominican Republic, or if we're going to New Zealand, etc. Like one thing does come to mind, and a lot of you are probably already thinking for the last few campaigns as well, is the budget. So like how much money are we actually going to spend? This is the real question. So I can run like I have talked to AFDA as well as the manager for this team. Unfortunately, she can't be here tonight. And we have come up with some budget estimates, very, very rough estimates. Please bear in mind. If we're going to Dominican Republic, each athlete will probably spend about $9,000 because of post-COVID flights. Like, we understand, like we as coaches understand that that is a humongous amount of money. And if it's up to us, we would probably not choose, like not wanting you to spend that much money to travel to Dominican Republic for the Worlds tournament.
Yeah, we realize it's relatively, well, almost completely unfeasible.
Yeah. And the decision, if like, for example, in February or March, part of the decision making is up to the athletes that are selected. However, as I said, like very, very, very unlikely given the circumstances as well as the budget estimates. However, the estimate budget for New Zealand tour, which we like as coaches as well as AFDA agrees that it's a very feasible option, as well as the experience and the experience playing high-level teams, the development as a player, as an elite athlete, won't be as much difference compared to going to Worlds. There will be a difference, but not as much difference. Is way cheaper. So the budget estimate for going to New Zealand tour is about $3,500 to $3,750. So this is a very, very generous estimate, keep in mind, because New Zealand and Australia always have a very, very close-knit relationship. And we have had multiple trans-Tasmans tournaments, well, like series throughout like the past years. And this time is our turn to go to New Zealand, and last time New Zealand come to Australia, and like there is a possibility that New Zealand can host us, and yeah, like that's further talk, but the budget for $3,500 is generous.
Yeah, just a couple of answers to chat messages. Leon, yeah, that's definitely the plan. I was involved in Terra last campaign. I can't tell you how unfortunate that circumstance was. It was quite challenging, but yeah, we don't want that to repeat ever again. So we're across that, and thanks for mentioning that. We appreciate that. And Karen, it will also be in January, I believe. Yeah, if it's the 22nd and 23rd. So in January, it'll be in Victoria if it's that weekend as well. Yeah.
Cool. Cool. Where was I? Oh yeah. So talking to budget. If we are staying domestic, then obviously it will be a little bit cheaper compared to New Zealand because we are not traveling overseas. However, the budget for a domestic campaign, potentially reducing one training camp, because there can be some training camp components in the campaign angle. It could be a budget for $2,500. So those are the three very estimated budgets for you to take home tonight. Obviously, as I mentioned, everything can change, and everything is very vague right now because we don't know how much the airfare is going to cost. We don't know how much the health insurance is going to cost, etc. So, yeah. In regards to COVID management, just want to state that the event, especially for Event 2 and selection, it is depending on the statewide restriction currently in place. Obviously, Event 2, because it's state dependent, so it is different for different states. For the selection event, if it's like in Victoria, then obviously we are abiding to the Victorian standard, as in like the Victorian COVID restriction standard. And obviously there will be more information for that. So that kind of concludes of like our end of the information session from our end. If you have any questions, please let us know now. Any questions for the campaign? Any questions for the coaches? Please feel free.
You can ask your questions verbally. You can put them in the chat. You can email them if they're sensitive and you don't want everyone to hear your questions.
Yes.
Whatever works for you.
Thank you. And Kron.
Yes. Sorry, I'm a bit distracted by this puppy. Yes.
Is it okay if you can save this
board? Yes, I've saved it. Would you like me to close it?
No, just leave it on.
Okay, I've saved it.
Yes.
Thanks, Ethan.
No worries, Ethan. Anyone have any questions? No questions? Would there be a group transport to Vic for selection?
Good question.
On where you're from, and I'm not quite sure what you mean by group transport.
Like a bus or otherwise.
From Sydney, yeah. So, how many people are transporting to Victoria? Or actually, if the I know that Kron jumped the gun there, but I think if the selection is on the 22nd and 23rd, it's not 100% sure it's in Victoria yet. So it might be in New South Wales, which will be very convenient for.
Thanks for the clarification.
Yeah, so if it lands on the 14th to 16th, then it is in Victoria because that is the same weekend and we can use the same field as the World Games team selection.
Next one, if someone was chosen from a state other than Victoria, how often approximately would they need to travel to Victoria to train with the team? Good question. How often will training occur? Okay, the same questions. Would you like to answer them, Tippy?
Yeah, sure. So basically,
thanks, Aiden.
Australian representative team, unlike any state teams, we obviously will not like have very frequent training. Team training, oftenly we call them training camps, will happen with the whole team from like everyone from anywhere, like everywhere, to go to a particular state to train there for the weekend. And we're planning 3 training camps right now, as well as the selection event. So selection event and 3 training camps, and then campaign end goal. That's our planning right now. If the end goal is turns out to be domestic, then potentially we will have 1 less training camp. We will also add on that, we will also have frequent Zoom sessions to keep benchmark with the athletes, but obviously athletes are required to train like themselves, and then meet with the team, like as I said, 3 training camps throughout the year.
And we should also mention that the training camps will be evenly costed. So
Yes.
there'll be a cost distribution. If I'm in Victoria and I'm attending a training camp in Victoria, throughout the length of the campaign, I will pay a little bit more to the campaign directly, rather than maybe my Western Australian counterparts who have paid a little bit more money to Jetstar or however they get to Victoria. So everyone basically pays the same amount. So people from WA aren't left with thousands of dollars worth of flights when, you know, I'm potentially in Victoria and I get to walk across the road to the training camp.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Nice.
Yeah, great. I thought that was coming. Okay, great.
When the is it like a training session or something happens at the end of November, will that be will an email be sent to us when the dates are confirmed?
Yes, for sure. Not just the date. All of the information in regards to event 2 will be sent to you via email.
Yeah.
So you have put in the EOI and we've got your email, obviously, and so we'll definitely send you more information in regards to that.
Yeah, thanks for the question. And we will, I just want to emphasize a little bit more what Tipman said before. We will be finding elite coaches that we trust and know very well to run any sessions that we're not able to be at. So if they're in Western Australia or Sydney, it's not kind of going to be Jimbo off the street. It's going to be someone that has a working with children's check and is someone that we very much trust to get our exact ideologies across, especially with regards to the mental strength stuff.
Yeah. Jake, very, very good question. Yes, there will be a fitness and strength and conditioning program, as well as a throwing component, like throwing program, that will keep, as I said, like we will have, well, within the team, we will have consistent Zoom meetings, like every fortnight probably, or for benchmark wise every month, so or every 2 months. So to like, obviously you will be provided with the resources. However, you guys have training, and then we'll report back to the benchmark session, and then so we can keep everyone like on track of like where they're at. Local training camp.
It's a great question,
Karen. Thank you for bringing. So there is a information document that is sent out, and on it says 4th of December is the event 2. However, it has been changed to the last weekend of November. So it's not on the 4th anymore. So it's the same event, which is the event 2 before the selection. Thank you for raising that.
It's also just been raised that that's in the HSC exam period. So we'll probably just revisit that.
HSC exam?
Yeah, the high school certificate for New South Wales.
I think that finishes on the 17th of November.
It
Nicola?
finishes on the 2nd of December. It starts on the 9th of November through to the 2nd. It's been delayed by 6 weeks.
It has been delayed. That's why. Okay.
Yeah, it's alright. It's fun.
I thought I
Hey,
checked it, but- Yeah.
that's a much better input than whatever. I thought I was hearing a swimming pool before, mate.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
All right.
I thought I could hear
Oh.
someone slapping the water.
I had no control over my audio before. I'm back. We're good.
Thank you.
No worries. Okay, we will take that into account then. However, right now we switch the dates from the 4th to that weekend of 27 and 28. That weekend is because there are a lot of other events happening that weekend, and which may disrupt like how we conduct this event too. So right now, just keep in mind that the event too is going to be on the 27th or 28th of November. And obviously, yes, we will definitely send you more information in regards to that, and also send you a good luck for any people who are doing HSC exam here. And thank you, Noah, for the information.
I'm having some funny internet, so that's why my computer's my video's off. But just a quick mention, everyone's engagement and responsiveness has been excellent. I used to run just little Zoom things like this with like whiteboards and whatever for corporate clients and things in consulting, and we would never ever have the amount of engagement that we've had from you crew today. So nice work. We really appreciate it.
Is there any other questions? No? Well, if no one has more questions, we look forward to see you in person. Definitely. And we are very, very excited. We have mentioned it so many times that we're very excited. I hope that all of you are getting hyped, getting excited for this campaign, whether it's going to like Dominican Republic or not, whether it's like going to New Zealand. Like, it's going to be a great campaign. It's going to be amazing, and can't wait to see you all. Kron or Emma, do you have any other things to add?
Oh, just the last question that was posted in the chat. Open to everyone. It's not an invite sort of event. So yeah, if you get put the EOI in and you put your emails in, you'll get all the information, and then we'll be able to kind of get you involved with the selection event. This session was recorded, and so we can send out the recording of this session for everyone.
And just for all the athletes there, just in case it's not already evident, at the moment we're already your coaches. So we want you to think of us like that. So if there's any questions, we're all on Facebook. You've got Tipman's email address now. We're happy to share ours. So if you've got questions on how to train before that or what you can be doing now, just a quick one would be just do 100 throws a day. It's really simple. It will make your throwing astronomically better within 2 weeks. I can tell you now, like, people underestimate that. And the only other piece of advice I would give is, run is good. Running is great. Also, I would just say though, with regards to throwing, I am learning, and the elite players in the community are also learning, I think, quickly now, that quality over quantity is always advised when throwing. So it's always fun to go out with your mates and peg a few at each other and talk a bit of whatever you want. That's great, and that's social, and that's awesome. But quality sessions is potentially going with someone else who throws, or someone else close to you that you know cares, like your parents maybe. Sorry for throwing under the bus. And doing just 100 focused throws is enough, and really trying to hit the whole 100. And yeah, so I'm happy to chat to anyone about that, and all the coaches are. But yeah,
And we want you to have fun doing it too.
Yeah, big time. It's definitely about fun. Cool.
If there is no more questions, you are welcome to
See yourselves out. No, you can
Yeah.
you can
Have a
stay and
nice
ask us
night.
questions. Yeah.
yeah, you can stay or you can
Can I say hi really quick?
This is our
Oh,
manager,
yes,
Nikki.
of course.
Nikki.
Hi, Nikki.
Oh no.
Hi.
Oh,
I'll put them
Sorry.
here. I'll put mine here. Let's all just.
It's
Oh, I just messaged my response to Tipman only. What am I, a boomer? Sorry, everyone. Here we go. I just realized I potentially. Yeah, I'll just stop there.
I'm not a boomer.
No, there will be parents on here though that might be offensive to, so I should zip my tongue.
Yeah. Oh, looks like Tara has finished as well. Hi, Ben.
Hey all. Yeah, the Terra one's done. There wasn't that many questions, so I'm just popping into.
Great.
You know,
We're just
you
sharing
guys
emails
partially?
and yeah, great.
We're pretty much finished as well. But hi, Nikki.
Hi.
Nikki is our manager, and yeah.
Did you want to say hello?
Here's years of adventures playing Ultimate Frisbee on my wall for you to see. There we go.
That's
what
cool.
a flex. Oh my
Nikki
god.
is quite
We have the best manager ever.
Nikki was a very, very excellent player in her time. So we're really lucky to have her involved.
Adventurous. I don't know about excellent player, but thank you. Adventurous.
Nah, you were in there. You're amongst it.
No worries.
Nothing.
Thank you for joining us.
Thanks. It's lovely to see everybody that I can see.
Who's Rian? That's an
Yeah.
excellent
And,
name. Thank you.
Cool. All right. Are we?
Well,
outta here?
we're seeing some of the people leaving. Ben's just hopped in from the Terra session, which is just finished. We're just fielding questions if they pop up, and we're basically just told the team all of our emails and let them know that we're kind of already their coaches at the moment. So to reach out to us and ask us any things, and yeah.
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
And we got an open board of why you here and what does this opportunity mean to you too, which is pretty great.
Yeah. Thanks for popping in, Nikki.
A pleasure. I think I sort of timed that well, although I missed all the important parts. But yeah, I'm glad that people are still here.
No, it's excellent. You keep the lights on effectively. That's what we'll say. So it's great to have you here, and it's good to see your face.
Thanks. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Wesley and Jackie.
Person in January.
Yeah, cool. Thanks so much, Nikki.
Night.
Good night.
Good night.